Hey there everybody, Mazarok here, and today we are doing the Protection Paladin pre-patch guide. I'm going to be giving you soulbinds, as well as a basic build that you guys can work off and flex as you want. I'm going to be doing this mainly for Kyrian, but I'm going to show you guys what you need to do to be able to swap covenants, and still be able to have Divine Toll, or what I would suggest, this is the time to experiment, practice, all that fun stuff, test out, pre-patch. Nothing matters, everything's broken, go have fun. There's definitely a build where you can go with Ashen Hallow and still have Divine Toll. You can be Necrolord with Vanquisher's Hammer, still have Divine Toll. Lots of fun stuff to actually be had there if you want to play it, if that's what you want to do. So I'll be showing you how to kind of do all of that. But before we do get started, please like, comment, subscribe. The goal is 5K by January 1st, and you guys are smashing this. Every day I wake up and it's just like, I think I went to bed last night and I got like 100 more subs. Thank you so much, Flabbergasted, for all of the support, really, from the bottom of my heart. There are t-shirts for sale that I have. There's, I only do dungeons fully erect. Plate tanks do it better, and the blood decay, I'm the healer now. I have a warrior one coming soon, don't you worry, warriors, we're gonna rage it out. And as well, there's a Patreon link down below if you want any weak aura packages, or you want to see a living extensive document on the plate specs. I have warrior, paladin, and DK done, which I'm updating in, as soon as I find out new information, new synergies, anything like that. This is a very extensive document for class and tree specs, and all of that fun stuff. Class and spec trees, not class and tree specs. Whew, I got like 3 hours of sleep last night. This is going to be a day. And lastly, there's a Discord link down below if you wish to, want to join a wonderful group of people. Come on by, come say hi. And as well, come watch me stream on Twitch. I will be live tonight. We're recording this Wednesday, October 26th. Come see me tonight. So, like the Prot Warrior one, we're going to do soulbinds first. Also, thank you literally whoever suggested Demodal, thank you so much. There was a few of you in yesterday's video. Oh my god. Thank you so much. So we are going to be going with Vengeful Shock. As the potency conduit here, Avenger Shock causes your target to take 15% increased holy damage from you for 5 seconds. This is actually really, really good. There is Divine Toll, so Divine Toll has an extra chance to go big boom, which pairs really, really well with the talent a little bit later. And we're going to go with Long Pony and enjoy it while we can. It's only 50% now, it got cut in half, but enjoy the Long Pony while you can, because I was playing on beta, that felt really, really bad. Then you have a few choices that you can take for Endurance Conduits. I'm going to be running Resolute Defender, because the conduit version of Resolute Defender actually extends the duration of your current Ardent Defender when you use Shield of the Righteous, versus the talent one just reduces the cooldown of Ardent Defender and Bubble, but you don't get the extension. So I'm going to be running the conduit version. I also have your Guardian of Ancient Kings cooldown, the Royal Decree, but you can also choose Divine Call or Golden Path. I'd probably be going with Divine Call more than anything. If you're running Final Stand, go with Divine Call. If not, Guardian of Ancient Kings is fine here, or you can go with the Condensed Animosphere if you so choose. And Shielding Words, always very good. And of course, the Kyrian ringing, yeah, we went through that one already. So let's get into the basic build over here. On the class tree side of things, Hammer of Wrath. Now, I have the Auras of Swift Vengeance. That's because I've been running around and I want Crusader Aura on. But if you're the only Paladin in the party, you probably only need Devo Aura, unless you want to, be selfish, which you perfectly acceptable if you want to be. And go with the Retribution Aura in your keys or whatever have you not. If not, you can always put a point in Freedom, very easy. Blinding Light, always good to have a group stop. Divine Seed, Fist of Justice for more Hodges, Greater Judgment, and Cleanse Toxins. Now, Cleanse Toxins, I put this in as a default, but this is definitely a flex point. If you're going in a dungeon and you know there's literally nothing for you to dispel in there, you can take this off and put it wherever you want. And I have Cavalier for the second charge of Divine Steed, because I want to go fast as a Paladin. Dreams that are never going to happen. On the right side, grab your kick, Seal of Reprisal to increase the this is supposed to be 2. There we go. Seal of Reprisal to increase the damage of your Holy Power ability. What happened here? Unbreakable Spirit, Bop, Sack, and I have been running Justice of Light because I tend to go through all of the targets and apply it all. But if that's not something that you really want to do or you want to pay attention to it, you could easily take the point out of that and go in after image. You can go in golden path. Golden path I find finds real value, especially if there's melee in your party. Like if you have 2 melee with you in your party, or if you're waiting, and so you'll have multiple most likely. Golden path sees a lot of value if you constantly have 4 or 5 people in there. Lot of value. For me, just for some odd reason, it tends to be all ranged. It was all ranged, a lot of ranged in beta, very little melee, and when it was like 1. So these are kind of case by case. If you're heavy range, Judgment of Light's going to see more value, but if you're heavy melee, Golden Path is definitely going to be the play there. Now, I've been testing this as well, Incandescence and Touch of Light, and I've already put my opinions on this. Touch of Light does not proc anywhere near enough for this to be worth it, but Incandescence, actually, if you're pulling big enough, really can see some value, and this one talent alone can end up being 5 to 6% of your damage, but it tends to do much better in AoE scenarios than it does in smaller pull ranges. And then I went with Sanctified Wrath down here while grabbing a point into Hallowed Ground. The reason why I went with Sanctified Wrath over Zealot's Paragon right off the bat is Avenger's Shield is obviously not generating Holy Power anymore, and this is going to allow your Judgments to be able to generate Holy Power, which is really, really nice. I grabbed a point and a Seal of Alacrity, but you could easily put this anywhere else. I'm running... If you look at my stats, I don't have much haste. I ended up getting a lot of crit recently, and I dropped a lot of haste, and I did not like that. So I personally did this for personal reasons, just to get a nice quick 2% haste, but you can put this wherever you want. But Paladins still love Mastery, and during Avenging Wrath, your Mastery is increased by 8%. So that's just really huge. Like, that's just really good. Free 8% Mastery on top of all the other fun stuff you get. So I personally went with Sanctified Wrath, but if you want to go down Zealot's Paragon, I could totally understand that as well. But you do have some nice flex options there for what utility you want, need, or anything like that. If you want extra healing, you can really kind of customize this to your liking. I honestly think Prot Paladin is like the spec that has the least cookie cutter builds, which is going to be really, really good for Prot Paladin. You have something for everything, and if you don't have it, you can spec into it. Avenger Shield, Blessed Hammer, I went with Redoubt because Shield of the Righteous uptime is still perfectly fine. Grand Crusader, Ardent Defender, and then we went to the right, Shining Light, Consecration in Flame for longer consecrates and increased damage, as well as Holy Shield, and that kind of sums in where we are here. Now, I do have a flex point that I put into Inspiring Vanguard for pre-capstone kind of talent points and where you want to put it. So I put it in Inspiring Vanguard, but then we would go down to Bulwark of Order, so you can get your absorbs off Avenger's Shield. Tears Enforcer, this new talent destroys, guys. Your Avenger's Shield is imbued with Holy Fire, causing it to deal holy damage to all enemies within 5 yards of each target hit. If you can get the group together and hit Divine Toll, that thing was a nuke. This thing's a nuke to the extreme now. It's a lot of fun. It's so good to play. Here you can choose between Avenging Wrath and Might. I personally went with Sentinel. So what Avenging Might does is it just increases your critical strike chance by 20% for 25 seconds, because on the Avenging Wrath here, you get your damage and healing by 20% increase done here. So this is just the critical strike chance versus Sentinel, which now gives you 15 stacks of Divine Resolve, which increases your maximum health by 2% and reducing your damage by 2% per stack for 25 seconds. But after 10 seconds, you're going to begin losing 1 stack per second, but each Holy Power spend will delay the loss of your next stack by 1 second. So this is a degrading DR, but honestly, this is really, really strong, and the more that you fit in and the more that you go into these little bursty windows, you can really extend that really, really nicely, and just makes you incredibly tankier. Next here, I want to go with Soaring Shield, and the only way to go down there is to get Resolute Defender or Bastion of Light, but we have Resolute Defender in our current soulbinds, right? So we don't need it. So I went with Bastion of Light, because it's going to give you 3 Shield of the Righteous or 3 Word of Glory at no Holy Power cost on a 2-minute cooldown. Grab Guardian of Ancient Kings, because it's good. Crusader's Judgment, this is going to give you 2 charges of Judgment. Always nice to have, but to get there, we got to go on the right. This here, you can really choose which one you want, so I'm going to move this over here. So you can choose Crusader's Resolve, so enemies hit by Avenger's Shield. It gives you a... Oh my god. Why are you doing this to me, brah? A 2% reduced damage to you for 10 seconds. Multiple applications may overlap up to 3. So it's a 6% DR for basically hitting Divine Toll. Versus this, you can get up to 10% parry for each target hit by Avenger's Shield. I know that parry isn't the the go-to stat for Paladin, but it does have a lot of synergies with Inspiring Vanguard and Grand Crusader, because every time you miss an attack is missed by you, parry works with that. And so you just get more stacks of Grand Crusader, which is really, really nice. And then Strength of Conviction. While you're inside your consecration, your Shield of the Righteous and Word of Glory have 20% increased damage and healing. Whoo! Very, very nice. Lots to have here, and you do have some flex options, like I said. So what I did, I put mine in Inspiring Vanguard, but you could easily grab Blessing of Spell Warding if you want. You could easily put it into Consecrated Ground, Uther's Counsel, to give you even more cooldown on Bop, Spell Warding, Divine Shield, and Lay on Hands. If you grab Uther's Counsel this week, Lay on Hands comes with a 5.8 minute cooldown, which is really, really good. And if you're still lacking on haste, Relentless Inquisitor is an easy way to give you an extra 3% for 1 point. Really, all around, just great stuff. Like, really, really fun stuff there. Now, for the Kyrian build, I went with Soaring Shield, Eye of Tyr, 2 points into Golden Path, and 1 path into Gift of the Golden Valkyr. I tend to value tankiness over damage. That's just me. I understand. That's just me. Well, not probably just me. There's probably a lot of people out there too. But I understand that's not for everyone, right? So there are points that you can take here and shove them into more damage-oriented places, if you so choose. You can take Gift of the Golden Valkyr and Eye of Tyr, and you can put it in... excuse me, Avenger's Shield deals more damage to your primary target, which is also very, very nice, because Avenger's Shield does slap a lot. You can go into Consecrated Ground. You do have some options here, because you do not need to grab Bulwark of Righteous Fury, because you're running the Legendary for that, so you don't need it. And Divine Toll, you obviously don't need to grab, because you have Kyrian Divine Toll, right? We're good. But I value tankiness, so I went there, but you could also go with Final Stand. Final Stand and 2 points in Righteous Protector. Like, this is really nice. So, like, the entire bottom row of what was Protection Paladin before was Sanctified Wrath, Righteous Protector, and Final Stand. You could only ever choose one. We can get all three at now. Three? I know I did too. We can get all three right now. So, really, really good stuff on kind of what you want to do and where you want to flex. But this is the build that I would kind of suggest to go for, and then start tinkering. See how tanky you are, see how defensive you are, see how offensive you are with how much you can do and everything like that, and work towards all of that. So I will be saving that with the 2 points in the Seal of Reprisal and not After Image. But that's just me. So there we go there. I know I'm not saying that this is, hey, this is the perfect, this is what all the best. I'm not saying any of that. I'm just saying that this is a fun build that I've run that's going to allow you to be very tanky and very offensive and have a good time playing Kyrian Dragonflight Paladin with the new tree. If you are looking to play any other Covenant, you can go with Divine Toll and Quickened Invocations or Divine Resonance. It's your choice, right? Because when you swap away from Kyrian, you're losing the Divine Resonance Legendary, so womp womp womp. If you want that, your Divine Toll will be on a 1 minute cooldown, and you can use Divine Resonance, or you can just have a straight up 45-second Divine Toll with Quickened Invocations. So currently with Paladin, the way it works with Kyrian is it's 1 minute and it gets reduced by 4 seconds for up to 5 targets that are around when you hit it. So if you're hitting it versus one boss, it's basically a 55-second cooldown. This will always be a 45-second cooldown, which is really, really nice. So you can just use this with Necrolord. I would probably suggest Necrolord or Venthyr if you're planning on kind of running a different, like a Divine Toll in a different Covenant. That's what I would personally go with. Is probably, I think Ashen Hallow and Divine Toll combined is going to be really, really fun, and you probably are going to catch me playing that once or twice. Like that first pull in Gambit, that you just pull everything in Lust, just drop Ashen Hallow, throw everything down in Divine Toll, and whoo, that's going to be fun! But lots of great stuff here for Paladins, and I'm so excited to be playing Paladin and Warrior and Blood DK in the upcoming weeks in pre-patch, and just combining Covenants and testing and having fun and just being ridiculous. But yeah, so you're going to be able to download this link down below. So that is the Protection Paladin guide. Holy, I talked really, really fast. I could have probably slowed down. I drank a lot of coffee today. Thank you to all my patrons for all your support. Cannot do it without people like you. If you have any questions about Protection Paladin, like I said, come on by the Discord and chat. I also do have a different Paladin video where I broke down the talents in much more detail. So if you're looking for that, I will leave that down in the doobly-doo down below. Have yourself a good one. Enjoy pre-patch and happy tanking.